So these are the 5 games you gotta play if you want the gamer card. If you play these 5 games, you're a gamer, dude. And some of these games are kind of old, so I don't want to hear any whining about shitty graphics. Shut up. Play them. First, we have Ocarina of Time, a classic. One of the most classics of all times. I mean, it just brought so much innovation. It created the lock-on button, right? That's where it started, an Ocarina of Time. And this game has such unique and iconic puzzle designs. There's so many moments in this game that you haven't even played this game ever before, but when you played, you're like, holy shit, this already feels nostalgic as I'm playing it. And I mean, I know there's gonna be some people like, well, Water Temple wasn't that perfect. Yeah, it sucked ass, especially in the N64 version when you had to go into the menu to unequip the boots every time and then equip it again when you wanted to sink down. I get it, that can be annoying. That's why you gotta play the 3DS version. It may not look as cool at times, but you don't have to deal with that BS. Even the aiming's better. You get freaking gyro controls. Oh my god, that saved my life so many times. And it also has that classic story of Link is this hero, this chosen guy from this village. Then he has to ride out to save the world. But then they also had a time travel twist where you go to the future and you grow up and you start saving the city then as a grown-up. And they show how depressing it can be. I mean, there's so many cool elements about this game that everybody should experience. I will say Majora's Mask is definitely the more interesting Zelda game, but Ocarina of Time just has that classic element. It's like being a movie buff and never having watched Shawshank Redemption. Number 2, we have Dark Souls. I'm telling you, this game is such a masterpiece of a game. It came out well before Elden Ring came out, and it still holds up so well in this time, in this post-Elden Ring era. You know, obviously the difficulty doesn't map to nowadays, right? Because you've played Elden Ring, everything's so much faster, so you go back to this slower, tractor-paced Dark Souls. You can beat almost anything, and yet there's so much charm and aura to this game. Everything about it is just so good. But the reason I say to play this game, even if you've played Elden Ring already and you know what the Souls genre is about, this game is very unique. Obviously, there's the world design element to it, right? Dark Souls has probably one of the best world designs in video games ever. As soon as you play it, you'll probably get lost a lot. You'll probably end up here, right? Everyone does. It's okay. It's part of the process. Just accept it and you'll overcome this, all right? But then slowly you figure your way around this awesome world and you realize how interconnected it is. And that's why it can be confusing at first. My main reason for picking this game, though, would be because I think it's the first proper innovation in action combat in video games. Obviously, Demon's Souls probably deserves that, but it's the Forgotten Child. Obviously, it deserves it, but Demon's Souls had a lot of flaws that Dark Souls doesn't, and Dark Souls is much more influential. Dark Souls made combat so intentional, right? Before, at least I felt that a lot of the combat mechanics in video games were just hack and slashy. You would press one attack button and the guy would perform like 3 swooping attacks and you're like, okay, all right, I guess that's cool. But then that disassociation with how much you're pressing versus how much is happening led to some sort of, I don't know, some sort of disconnect with the character. You felt less immersed because the guy would end up doing crazy shit and you're just out here pressing a button. I don't know, for me, it broke the immersion a little bit. And then once I played Dark Souls, I realized, oh shit, I am the one swinging the sword. I swing the sword when I press the button and I'm the only one controlling it. It's such a masterpiece that everyone should experience. I know a lot of people have played Elden Ring and they've played the newer Souls, but they haven't played the classics. If your favorite game is Elden Ring, and you haven't played Dark Souls, where do you think Elden Ring came from, huh? That's my reasoning for putting Dark Souls here. Play it. Next up, we have... Damn. Now this one I'm cheating a little bit because it's actually 5 games. It feels weird for me to single out one of the games from this series. It just doesn't make any sense to me. These are all like a package. You can't leave one out. I mean, this has to be the best character writing in video game history ever. They pulled off such a natural and slow progression of this character into something completely different from when he started, and it all feels earned, deserved, and like it makes sense. There's no jumps that happens in his character where you feel like, oh, what the hell, who is this guy? It all kind of maps on properly. And I think it's harder to do slower progression because there's more steps you have to take, more steps you have to show, and you have to make each step interesting for this character to become the next guy you want him to be, right? I know the Greek mythology games are kind of old and they can be a little bit dated, but they surprisingly hold up really well, actually. Even God of War 1 and 2. They look old, sure, and they have some jank in them here and there. You know, they have some old school games tactics where they'll jack up the health bar of the freaking enemies so high that it takes you longer to beat, because that's how they made games long back in the day. Sure, it has that, but it is one of the most hyped games ever. And then next, we have number 4. Number 4, I pick Journey. Journey, I mean, this game kind of speaks for itself. It's a 2-hour classic game, right? After this game came out, we started seeing a lot of articles that were like, oh, maybe video games are art. Maybe they aren't made to just desensitize you to violence and start shooting up schools. It's a simple game, but it's such a profound game. If you're gonna play this game, don't play it on your own, but also don't play it with friends you know, because then you're gonna talk to them. I think this game is best played with people you meet randomly in the world. All you're doing is communicating with them through the actions of the game. No communication other than that. There's a camaraderie in this lonely desert. I don't know. It speaks for itself. Just you gotta play it. Last game on the list, we have Shadow of the Colossus. Yeah. This is another very, very unique game. At the beginning, you're just kind of lost in this world and you're like, man, what am I supposed to do? And you just kind of follow this light that your sword points at. All of a sudden, you're facing this behemoth giant. And you're like, whoa, what's going on, man? How do I fight this guy? I'm such a wee man. And then you realize that these monsters that you're fighting, they themselves are puzzles that are moving. For a while, you'll think this game kind of has no point to it and there's no story involved in this, but it really creeps up on you. And I kind of don't even want to say this because the way it creeps up on you is such a slip in, you know? It's like those pancake receives that Nishinoya does in IQ, you know what I mean? And you're like, wow, this is a masterpiece of a game, holy shit. And it is, and you should check it out. And if you have played all these games, then and only then you may consider yourself a gamer. All right, well, these are the 5 games or 9 games I wanted to talk about, and I think every gamer should play at one point. Play these, goddammit. They're masterpieces. What are we talking about? All right, anyways, sayonara. Let me know what y'all think.